All right, what's up everybody? Welcome to Snake Eater Garage. I don't know what episode this is, but we've been fortunate lately. We're getting about a new car every day, and today's car, we actually picked this up yesterday evening after work. We got a 1960 Apache 10, which is the, 61 and prior was Apache, and then it became the C10. This has got a 61 grill on it, but if you walk with me, this thing is cherry. It's a really nice, recently restored car. We'll kind of go over it. It needs a little bit of love, and then it's going to be a very nice car. If you take a look, you can see paint and chrome already in great shape. We've got original emblems looking like they're in great shape. Got a nice little 283 small block in here. The reason the customer called us was he's having some carburetor issues. He couldn't really figure it out himself. Just bought the truck, a couple months ago. He's been driving it, loving it. Carburetor linkage is bent, and so it's leaking at the shaft. So we're gonna end up putting a new carburetor on it for him. But if you take a look right here, it's already got vintage air. So it's got AC on the inside, really clean build. I mean, overall, the wiring is in great shape. They took their time and did it all. So there's no nightmares here that we've been able to find yet. Car runs, just not well because of the carburetor. We're gonna do some intake manifold gaskets. We're gonna clean up and paint the manifolds for the customer as well. As you can see, there's a cowl block-off plate for the vintage air kit that's missing. We're gonna go ahead and order that for him, find that. But overall, not a whole lot of work here in the engine bay. We're gonna get him a nice 500 CFM carburetor. The OEM one was 350, a little Rochester 2 jet, the manual choke. So we're gonna get him a circle track one, a little 500 cubic feet per minute. And we're gonna add a manual choke with a kit so that his little dash pull still works. Ought to be pretty sweet. So as Phil's dad pointed out almost instantly, you can see got some paint chips here because the door chocks aren't working. This one, somebody has added a little piece of hardware to it, so it's just outside the danger zone. It gets a little bit close, but we're gonna go ahead and readjust those. Do some little stuff on it here. But take a look at this interior. I mean, weather stripping is great. Interior is nice. Vintage air install, very clean in there. Everything's working. Column's a little loose. We're gonna go through, tighten up the columns. Phil will do all this stuff. He'll get the column dialed in, get it shifting right, get all the stuff adjusted, parking brake, all that stuff is gonna be mint when we're done with it. Right now it's all just need an adjustment. Really no new parts in here. It is missing the factory radio, and the customer says that he wants to do a modern radio. He sent us with two era appropriate radios. They're original. One of them says it was out of a 66. Unfortunately, we bench tested them and they just didn't work. There were probably some swap meet finds or something like that, and they didn't work. So we told them, hey, we can find you one from one of these companies that remakes them, and we'll figure it out and get that installed. It's already got some new speakers up under it. They're just not wired in. We'll wire those things in, get it looking good. But yeah, let's keep going. I mean, as you can see, the car is very straight. It is a factory short bed. So the customer supplied us with some era appropriate reverse lights for the car. I'm gonna mount right in here, so we'll have to mount these. He did want to mount them. They weren't in a requirement legally, I think, until 1963. And I know my 1962 Nova didn't come with reverse lights, and then in 63 everything had to come with reverse lights. So this is a really nice, we don't have the brand who made these, but they're very nice. This is actually glass right here. So whoever has made them, this will be a nice addition. You get it sitting right about here. Be a nice addition to this tailgate. So this car has been converted to a fuel cell that fills through the bed. They did the behind the seat tank delete. That meant that the fuel gauge isn't working anymore. It is working, the sender is working, but the gauge is not kind of meeting up with the sending unit. So we're gonna go ahead and start dropping the tank. We're gonna ohm that out, make sure that it's within the operating range of the gauge, and if not, we'll get a new sending unit. We'll get that worked out. Pretty much it. I mean, this thing is really cherry. Phil, Mr. Phil, what year did you say these hubcaps came out? These are 68, 69 Nova hubcaps, and I mean, they look killer. They look great on it. Truck overall looks really good. When do you think they painted this truck? 10, 15 years ago? Yeah, about 10, 15 years ago, it looks like. You said it's acrylic enamel paint job. So it's in pretty good shape. Couple chips here and there, a little bit of fading. We'll probably leave that up to the customer, but yeah, overall, this thing's in really great shape. The original parts have been left original. They kind of have the original patina on the emblems, on the door handles. And then somebody's come through and reupholstered it. They added a 3-point seat harness or seat belt. And like, overall, it's just a beautiful little truck. I mean, I think everybody here is pretty excited to work on it and have a little bit of fun. What else are we doing to it, Phil? Radio, and a little tune-up on it. A few little small things. Where it transitions from hard line to soft line, it's a little bit too short and it's kind of pinching. We'll just extend that out. I mean, this estimate is only, I won't share the amount, but there's only about 5 or 6 things that this truck really needs. And and I mean, this is a sweet little truck. We'll probably knock it all out in maybe a day and a half at the most. And other than that, this truck ought to really rip. Be a nice little driver here pretty soon. Phil thinks it's got a little RV or truck cam in it. Sounds like it might. And I think with that new carburetor, this thing ought to be a lot of fun to drive. And this guy just uses it, takes it to car shows and stuff, right? That's pretty much it. Just enjoys it whenever he wants.
Basically just a pet-haul truck.
Yeah, so we'll show you guys kind of what we do. Once we get it fired up and running, we'll take you for a drive.